All right. I think I'm live. Anybody tell me if I'm live? Anybody? Anybody? Hello? Anybody? Comments? If anybody can hear me, if anybody can see me, comment. Share. Tell a friend. I'm not doing this the way I normally do it. I'm doing it through the PC. I think I normally film through my phone. So I'm very confused because I'm an old man and I'm not very tech savvy. I don't know what's going on. Right, but anyway, I'm going to proceed as if I'm recording. I think I am. I don't know. All right. So today's episode of Funky Food Friday features me wearing a hat because earlier I sat down here to make sure the camera was working right, and I was getting a lot of sunlight through these two. I have windows. There's a window right in front of me, and I have a window over here to my right. And the light was coming in, and it was hitting the my bald ass head right up here, where I have all this wispy little peach fuzz growing. It's the only thing that'll grow there, like a barren earth. And I realized I hadn't shaved in a while, my head or my face. I hadn't shaved my head in a while, and I had all these little wispy hairs up on top of my head, and they were like a half inch long. And I was like, oh, that looks bad because they were just random sprouts here and there. So I had to go put a hat on. So anyway, that's why I'm wearing a hat. So welcome. All right. So today's episode, uh, I just realized I forgot to bring up my beverage. So I'll bring that up here in a second because today's episode is going to feature me having to cook something while we're on the air. And by cook, I mean pour some boiling water into something. So let's do some quick introductions, and I'll get to that because. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'll do the first thing first because this is the thing that needs some cooking. So our first thing here, hot ones, smoky chili ramen noodle soup. This I'm gonna have to run downstairs, so you guys are gonna have dead air for a few minutes, not a few minutes, probably 30 seconds, while I run downstairs and put hot water into this container. So I've already followed the directions and I already screwed that up to begin with. I took the top off completely. You can see I've removed it, and I did follow the directions as far as putting the content stuff in there. So there's a soup mix, a flavor, some dehydrated vegetables, carrots and scallions, I believe. And then I took the extra step of adding, I want to hold it the right way so none spills out, this packet they say of, on the packaging it says like, if you dare add the extra heat sauce. So I added the extra heat sauce, and I'm a little scared because I opened it, put it in there, and there was just this tiny little couple of drops of liquid. So if that's all it takes to add the extra heat to this, I'm a little scared as to what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run downstairs real quick and put some boiling water into this cup, and it has to steam for like 3 minutes. So while that's happening, I'll talk about the other food here on the today's wonderful show. And I'll also be right back with my beverage, which I left in the refrigerator downstairs because I'm very disorganized, as if I didn't have, like I had a lot to do today. All right, so if there is actually anybody watching, you guys hold on a minute, and I'll be right back. And if you tune in while I'm gone, you'll be baffled, but I'll be right back. miss anything? Okay, so like I said, I already screwed up the directions on the hot ones. Smoky chili ramen noodles, because I was not supposed to take the lid all the way off, but I did. So we're going to let that sit and steam until around 10 minutes after 2, and then we'll dive into that. So in the meantime, our beverage and our special guest, Oscar, he smelled the food, so he wanted to get in on that. He's like, what's going on? There's food involved. I smell it. Say hi, buddy. Yeah, you good boy. All right. You bet. All right, so today's beverage is a Pepsi product from, I think, China, if I remember right. Somewhere on the labeling I found that it was from China, or as the president would say, China. And the flavor is mystery flavor, except if you look right there, see if I can turn this so you can see it maybe. Oh, that's good view. It's a peach flavor. It's white peach, and I was able to figure that out by reading the exceptionally small print on this label on the back that I had to take a picture of and blow up so I could see what the hell it said. So I have white peach Pepsi flavor, and with our hot noodle ramen soup, we're going to be having as a side these Lay's potato chips that are, if you can see, roasted garlic oyster flavor. And the picture on the bag looks, I don't know, more like a soup or something in an oyster shell. I don't know what they're really selling there. I don't know what this is going to be like. And apparently it's 50% less something, whatever that is. It's got 50% less of it. So yeah, that's a product of China. So is the Pepsi, if I remember right. And then to polish all this off as my dessert is these cookies that I think are cookies. I don't know. I don't know what flavor this is going to be. But what caught my eye on this one was the packaging with the picture of the broken egg, and the yolk appears to be like a sickly, injured, distressed yolk with a face, which is kind of gross. I don't know what kind of egg it is, but it's got arms and legs. So I don't know. So I don't know if it's something that's supposed to be, you know, if you were looking at it based on the packaging, you'd think maybe it was egg flavored cookies. I don't know. If you came here to America and picked up a pack of Cheetos, you might think it was cat flavored because it's got a Chester Cheeto on it. I don't know. We're going to find out together, but I think it's just basically maybe shortbread type cookies. But we'll find out. And today has a little extra danger mixed in because I think at least 2 out of these 4 products. What? Jessica, okay, Jessica, how do you know that? The egg character is named Gudetama. And Gudetama, I think, is written on here somewhere. I think it's, I can't work my camera, I'm old. Yeah, right there, Gudetama. Now explain, Jessica, maybe leave a comment and tell me why the hell you know that. And why does the egg character look so distressed? Why is he laying down and he looks sickly? And what's that got to do with cookies? All right, so as I was just about to say, I think at least 2 out of these 4 things are past their expiration date. I bought them a while back, and I did a show maybe a couple of months ago at this point. All right, my niece, Jessica, says it's a little short cartoon or something that my kids. Oh, okay, well. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Sounds good. Now ask your kids, Jessica, you know, why the egg character is upset and sad. So I bought the stuff at World Market a while back, and I did a show maybe 2 months ago. It might have been longer. And I kind of forgot I had this stuff in the cabinet. I kept seeing the Pepsi in the back of the refrigerator, and then I just kept forgetting to do another show. So I looked at them the other day. I was like, damn, I got to do another show to get rid of this stuff. And the egg cookies, if I'm reading the thing right, expired or were recommended best by like September of this year. Not too bad. The potato chips are labeled for, I think, December of this year. And the hot ones, I don't want to pick up and spill it, but I know it was expired too. All right, so we'll see how all this works out for me in the end. In the end, or out of the end, we'll see how it goes. All right, so I've been letting my hot ones smoky chili, and it's rated hot. And I put the extra, if you dare hot sauce in it, so we'll see how this plays out. It does have a very spicy chili smell to it. All right, I think I followed the directions as far as cooking it. It's, yeah, you should be able to see it. Yeah, there's steam coming out of there, so the water was boiling pretty good when I got down there and poured it in here. And I did add the extra little packet of If You Dare extra heat sauce. It doesn't smell bad, so we'll find out here in a minute. It looks like it's cooked the noodles pretty good. So I'm going to have to slurp this, so you guys excuse me. Well, first off, the water itself is hot. I think I just burned the roof of my mouth. It's definitely got a little bite to it. It's got some spice in it. I can feel it on my lips. It's kind of tasty though. This is labeled, the hot ones show. Which, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's on YouTube, maybe somewhere else. I'll read that in a minute, Jessica. But thank you for telling me. The Hot One show is on YouTube, maybe somewhere else. They may have their own website too. It's a really good interview show. If you've never seen it, it's got a gimmick of where the guests sit there and eat hot wings, not hot stuff like this, but hot wings specifically in hot sauce, while the interview guy asks them questions. And the goal is to get through a flight of 10 wings. It's a really good show. Get past the gimmick if you've never watched it. I didn't watch it for the longest time because I just thought it was a gimmick show. But the guy who does the interviewing is really good at the interviews. They're good interviews. So give it a check. Yeah, everybody says that. The kids say that these days. Give it a check. Or give it a watch. Or check it out. That's what some people would say. This isn't bad. It definitely is spicy. I don't really know what it tastes like. I can't compare it to anything. I can't compare it to chili. It doesn't taste like buffalo sauce. But it definitely does have some bite to it. That's pretty good. I haven't had ramen in forever. Like a lot of people, I think the last time I ate ramen was maybe in college. Maybe we had it in the dorm and we could cook it up in the microwave or something. I don't remember. But it's been a long time since I ate the ramen packs, with the little flavoring. Chicken and beef flavor stuff. You microwave or boil the water and just dump it in there like bouillon. All right. That's pretty tasty. I don't know if you can buy that in your local grocery store or not. If you're into ramen, or your kids are into ramen, and they like spicy stuff, give that a shot. Like I said, I did add the extra spice little packet thing. That was a little sauce. Had a few drops in it. I don't know how much that added to it. When I put the first flavoring packet in, I could smell the pepper. And so I think even with the base, it's probably pretty spicy, but this I can feel in my lips. It's burning my lips. So eat more, he said. All right. You know what we need to do? We need to wash that down with our white peach flavored Pepsi. And let me see if I can read my niece's comment. Jessica says, originally targeted at the pre-adolescent market, gained popularity, 19th involved, survive in modern day society. Gudetama basically means lazy egg. All right, well that would explain the picture. That looks like a lazy egg. So what it's got to do with the cookies, God only knows, probably nothing. All right, let's try our Pepsi. I think the hot ones are coming back up on me. I told you it was expired. I'm going to do it too. All right, white peach Pepsi. It's good. It does taste like peaches. You know, if you grew up drinking, you know, like I did, poor, and drinking store brand sodas, you know, you got the orange soda and the grape soda. And the grape never tasted like grape. It was, you know, purple drink, not grape anything, but you know, it was labeled as grape. But you never had a grape that ever tasted like that. This does taste like peaches. And not purple drink. I don't know why the cans are so small though. If it wasn't so damn, it doesn't look like it on the screen, but it's very dark in here because I had to close the blinds because the sunlight was showing off my wispy hair on top of my bald ass head. Otherwise, I could probably read that and tell you how many ounces are in that can, but I can't because I'm old. All right, let's try the Lay's roasted garlic oyster flavor. This was a Chinese product, and I think this one was actually not expired. I think this one goes out next month, so we're going to bring this one in under the wire. Thought I was going to have to get the scissors out, but it's child play. All right, let's see. All right, it stinks right off the bat. It's got the seafood smell. Like I had shrimp chips sometime in the past, and I think that last show I did had some sort of, yeah, the last show I did was Lay's, and it was some sort of shrimp flavor. Hey Larry, glad you could pop in. Larry is old hat at doing live videos. I don't do these a lot, but Larry does one like every day, I think. Chime in, Larry. I think you still do this all the time, don't you? All right, yeah, so this stuff smells fishy, kind of like the shrimp chips I had in the past. And like I said, I think that last show I did a Lay's flavor that had something to do with shrimp, but I don't remember what it was. And I think my nose is starting to run from the Hot Ones ramen. All right, my dog is poking up between my legs here trying to get to the mashed potato chips. Never slow down, Larry. Never give up. Don't let the bastards win. All right, so let's try this. This is damn, I can't do technology. Roasted garlic oyster flavor. That's not good. Oh, that's bad. So that means I gotta go back in for another one. Not surprisingly, they taste like they smell, which is fishy. And not in a good way. I mean, I like oysters too. I like fried oysters, and I've had raw oysters. It's not going to be like, you know, I don't sit around the house craving, damn, I wish I had a big plate of raw oysters to eat. But I've had them before, and there's nothing wrong with them. You know, put a little cocktail sauce on them, slurp them down. They don't taste like this, so I don't know what And you can tell from the picture on the bag, it's got all this other stuff mixed in on top of, like, I don't know if that's a sauce. It looks more like a soup. I don't know what the hell's going on. Exactly, Jessica. That's how I feel right now. But I'm going back in. Let's wash that down with some white peach flavored Pepsi from China. Oh, God. Oh, that doesn't go good together at all. Bad. That's bad. All right, for those of you who live anywhere near the coast, have been to the coast in your lifetime, you know sometimes you get out of the car or you walk to the beach, whatever it is going on, or you live in a bay, hell, even by a river, you can smell the fish in the air. There's a smell to it, and it's not always an unpleasant smell, but those of you that have been there a few times and experienced it know what I'm talking about. You just get that fishy smell in the air, and there's a good chance it's probably from dead fish. But that's this isn't quite that strong of a smell, but it's in that ballpark as far as what it smells like. Yes, Jessica. If you walk through the seafood deli section at the grocery store, you sometimes get that same smell. Yes. Ours here is the same way. I don't recommend these. All right. I mean, I think I can see why people would buy them. And for you guys that have seen these videos, I've been doing them for a while. I've done a bunch of them. I've done a bunch of Asian snack food and whatever. It's clear that people in other countries have different tastes, what they consider good and attractive, or what they're used to. I don't know what the hell to qualify it as. I'm not an anthropologist. But I don't see these catching on in America. Larry, you can chime in and tell me if you think Canadians would like roasted garlic oyster flavored chips, but I'm going to guess probably not. So we're going to call that a day on the Lays. Unashamedly. In fact, to get the taste of the Lays out of my mouth, I'm going to eat a few more ramen noodles. Yep, still spicy. Woo! Washing it down. Oh, God. All right. I may have to skip dinner tonight, which I hate to do because I've got leftover spaghetti. It's always better the second day. All right, so now we're to the Kotadama sad egg cookies, or lazy egg, as my niece has now educated me. And I'm hesitant to smile because now I feel like I have some of those dehydrated scallion things stuck up in my teeth from the chili ramen. So the rest of the show I may just do like this. Alright, so these cookies, I think they're cookies. Oh God, it's coming back up. Look out! Oh, it's gonna blow. Just kidding. I wasn't kidding, that was a real burp. Yeah, so these caught my eye in the store because of the depressed, injured egg yolk thing on the cover. But I think they're cookies, maybe shortbread cookies. Do they have something? I don't, it's got, hello. It's, if I can get this oriented right with the camera, because I'm not tech savvy, I'm an idiot. It's got, well, hell, it looks like it's smiling, or maybe that's a nose and tears. Let me get this in focus. I didn't realize they had little faces on them. So it looks like, I thought it was a smiley face, but now it looks like it's a crying. I don't know what the hell is going on. Wacky Japanese people. All right, let's see what they taste like. They taste good. Not real sweet. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, okay. Oh, they got different stuff on different. What the hell is going on there? You know, oriented like that, I'm afraid to say what I think that looks like. I don't know what the hell that is. All right, I'm gonna have to blind myself by opening up this window, which gets the afternoon sun. I am blind as a bat. Okay, apparently it's a hat. I think it's a hat. That look like a hat to anybody? And then maybe that's writing across the top? I don't know what the hell is going on. All right, so all these all right, Jessica, I think I'm tracking with you now. So that's the egg character, Editama, what the hell his name was, laying in the egg white. Is that what's going on? Help me figure this out, because this is, I feel like a damn archaeologist trying to read hieroglyphics or some shit. Pardon my language. Okay, all right. So this one, all right. I figured this one out right off the bat. This one is it's just the egg, and this one, the egg is wearing a necktie. So I don't really understand that part of it either. But going back to Jessica, my niece's explanation that she posted handily in the comments above, the egg, Gudetama, became popular with teens and adults for embodying the difficulties of surviving in modern day society, because it's so hard to survive in modern day society without being fragile like an egg. All right, so these are I guess you would call them cookies, wafers. They're not bad tasting. They're not sweet, really, at all. I think there's a, I don't know what's going on with this one. Is it a cat? Is that a cat on an egg? A cat? I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's a mystery better left unsolved. Anyway, so back to the cookies. They're more like wafers. They've got the consistency of like vanilla wafers. They don't have much taste to them though. They're not sweet. They're not very sweet. They're not salty, so I guess sweet is where I would lean on them. They do have a hint of maybe the vanilla flavor, like a vanilla. If you bought like a store brand vanilla wafer that was stale and had been sitting in your pantry for like 5 years, and you were desperate to eat something because you were in a hurricane, you didn't have any power, and you had nothing else to eat, so you're like, damn, I'm gonna bust into those vanilla wafers that I got from Walmart 5 years ago. The Great Value vanilla wafers. That's probably what these would, those would taste like, these cookies from Japan. Maybe if I had eaten them before they expired and got past their sell date, which is $9.25, if I'm reading that right. I'm guessing that's September 2025. Maybe they would have been better 2 months ago. I don't know. They're not bad. I'm going to eat a few more just to get the taste of those nasty ass garlic. oyster lays out of my mouth. But yeah. And now I know something about a cartoon character from Japan named Gudetama. And that people in Japan need to learn life lessons from busted ass eggs. Who knew? Alright. But that was my dessert course. So let's do a quick recap. These aren't bad. They're not particularly good either. I'm going to close that blind so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Not bad, not particularly good. God awful. Don't recommend those at all. Not a bad option, especially if you like spicy food. This does have some bite to it. It's got some spice to it. Brings the heat, so the smoky chili lives up to, I guess, the hot one's name. It's not, I don't feel the need to run down and get a glass of milk to counteract the spice or anything, but it did bring some heat, and I did use the extra spice flavor packet thing that came in it, so maybe that's what really put it over the top. But I do recommend the hot ones thing. I mean, if you're into ramen, you can probably do worse than that. And if you ever find yourself in Japan, or I guess, no, this was China. If you find yourself in China and you're curious about what to drink, the white peach Pepsi is pretty good. It does taste like peaches. So, I mean, we got two good ones out of the four, and really only one really bad one. That was the Lay's potato chips. So, hey Kelly, I just realized you were there. Sorry, didn't see the post. If you turn in late, which apparently you did because you just now commented, rewind and go back to the beginning and see me eat the nasty potato chips. But that's going to wrap it up, I guess. I'll do these periodically. I know it's been a while since I did them. At least a year and a half without doing one. I'll do these more often. I might start doing hot wings, hot sauce. I had the occasion to have some Tres Diablo hot sauce a couple months ago at a relative's house. And I just realized that, right there, if I hold my mouth right there, it makes me look like I have really yellow teeth. I have really yellow teeth because of the sunlight coming in the window. But I have to hold my mouth right there. Right there. So Tres Diablo hot sauce. We were having barbecue pulled pork, and they pulled that out of the cabinet along with all these other barbecue sauces, and said, "Why don't you try that?" So I did, and it was spicy. Again, I didn't feel like I was going to throw up or anything, but as soon as I ate it, my scalp started to sweat. I just had sweat appear out of nowhere on top of my head in quite copious amounts, and I swear it started like a waterfall fall down the back of my neck. So if you guys ever get your hands on some Tres Diablo hot sauce, it's spicy, but I recommend it. Didn't taste bad either. I wouldn't use it a lot. I mean, I wouldn't coat a big old piece of chicken in it, but a little dab here and there, adds a little kick to your flavor. All right, kids. Those of you tuned in, watch me live. I appreciate it. Hold on. What did Jessica say? Oh, okay. So Walmart, she says, may have the hot ones ramen. So you guys live near the Walmart, get your groceries at the Walmart. Check it out. I'm assuming it's on the ramen aisle, along with whatever else they sell in the ramen aisle. But that's going to be it. Appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Always take care of yourselves. Love all you. Hope you love me. Otherwise, why else would you be tuning in to watch some stranger eat weird stuff? All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.